Hello everyone. Welcome to our fascinating journey into the world of microorganisms. Today, we are diving into the economic importance of bacteria and fungi, specifically focusing on the harmful role of bacteria. We'll explore how these tiny creatures can impact our health, food, and environment. Get ready to uncover their secrets across 4 exciting levels: easy, medium, hard, and hardest. Let's begin. Let's start with the basics. What exactly makes some bacteria harmful, and how do they cause trouble? It's simpler than you think. Bacteria are everywhere, microscopic and single-celled. While many are helpful, some are pathogenic, meaning they cause harm. We often call these germs. These harmful bacteria can enter our bodies through various ways, like contaminated food or air, and multiply. They can then release harmful substances called toxins or directly damage our cells, leading to diseases. For instance, Vibrio cholerae causes cholera, leading to severe diarrhea, and Mycobacterium tuberculosis causes tuberculosis, which affects the lungs. Beyond human diseases, bacteria are also major culprits in food spoilage. Imagine your milk turning sour or meat getting a bad smell. That's often the work of bacteria. They grow on food items, breaking down nutrients and producing unpleasant smells, tastes, and textures. This process makes food unsafe to eat and can lead to food poisoning if consumed. So, proper food storage is key to keeping these harmful bacteria at bay. Time to test your understanding. Here are 3 quick questions for you. First, can you name 2 human diseases caused by bacteria? Second, what is the common term used for bacteria that cause harm? And finally, how exactly do bacteria spoil our food? Take a moment to think about your answers. Now that we've grasped the fundamentals, let's dig a little deeper. We'll explore more about how bacteria cause harm, their impact on plants and animals, and a major challenge we face today: antibiotic resistance. Harmful bacteria primarily cause damage through 2 main ways: producing toxins and directly invading tissues. Toxins are like tiny poisons released by bacteria that mess with our body's normal functions. For example, the bacteria causing botulism produce a powerful neurotoxin that can paralyze muscles. In direct invasion, bacteria multiply rapidly inside our bodies, destroying cells and disrupting how our organs work. Both methods lead to the symptoms and severity of bacterial diseases. Bacteria's harmful reach extends beyond humans. They cause significant diseases in plants, leading to huge losses for farmers. Think of bacterial blight ruining rice crops or citrus canker affecting fruit trees. Similarly, animals, especially livestock, suffer from bacterial infections like anthrax in cattle or fowl cholera in chickens. These diseases not only impact food production but can sometimes spread to humans, known as zoonotic diseases, posing a broader health threat. Let's look closer at food spoilage. It happens because bacteria consume the nutrients in food, and in doing so, they produce waste products like acids, gases, and other compounds. These byproducts are what change the food's smell, taste, and appearance, making it undesirable or even dangerous to eat. For instance, the souring of milk is due to lactic acid produced by bacteria, while the rotten smell of meat comes from bacteria breaking down proteins. Understanding this helps us prevent spoilage. Here are 5 practice questions to consolidate your understanding at the medium level. First, explain 2 ways bacteria cause harm to a host. Second, give 1 example of a bacterial disease in plants and 1 in animals. Third, what are toxins produced by bacteria? Fourth, describe how bacteria spoil food. And finally, what is antibiotic resistance and why is it a concern? Pause and review your knowledge. Ready to dive even deeper? At the hard level, we'll categorize human bacterial diseases, explore specific pathogens, and uncover the agricultural and economic impacts, along with the fascinating world of biofilms. Human bacterial diseases can be grouped by the body system they affect. Respiratory infections include tuberculosis and pneumonia. Gastrointestinal infections involve cholera and typhoid. Skin infections like impetigo are common. Sexually transmitted infections such as syphilis and gonorrhea are also bacterial. Understanding these categories helps in diagnosis and treatment. Each group presents unique challenges in terms of transmission and clinical management, impacting public health strategies significantly. Let's examine some specific bacterial pathogens. Mycobacterium tuberculosis causes TB, forming lung lesions and leading to chronic illness. Salmonella typhi is responsible for typhoid fever, invading the gut and spreading systemically. Clostridium tetani produces a neurotoxin, causing tetanus with severe muscle spasms. And Vibrio cholerae releases a toxin that leads to the extreme dehydration seen in cholera. These examples highlight the diverse ways bacteria inflict harm. The impact of harmful bacteria extends significantly to agriculture, leading to massive economic losses globally. Bacterial diseases in crops, like blights and wilts, reduce yields and spoil produce, increasing production costs for farmers. In livestock, diseases such as mastitis in dairy cows or pneumonia in pigs decrease animal productivity, require expensive treatments, and can even lead to animal deaths. This affects food security, farmer livelihoods, and national economies, emphasizing the need for robust control measures. Now, let's challenge your knowledge with 7 questions. First, classify 3 human bacterial diseases based on the body system they primarily affect. Second, describe the primary effect of Clostridium tetani toxin on the human body. Third, explain how bacterial diseases impact agricultural economics. Fourth, what is a biofilm and why is it significant in bacterial infections? Fifth, name 2 specific bacterial pathogens and the disease they cause. Sixth, discuss 2 key strategies for preventing the spread of bacterial diseases. And finally, why is proper food handling important in preventing bacterial harm? Welcome to the hardest level. Here, we'll unravel the intricate molecular mechanisms of bacterial pathogenicity, delve into epidemiology, explore advanced control strategies, and analyze the profound global economic and societal impacts of bacterial diseases. Prepare for a truly comprehensive understanding. Bacterial pathogenicity is driven by virulence factors. These are specific molecules that allow bacteria to colonize hosts, evade immune defenses, cause disease, and spread. Adhesins, like pili, help bacteria stick to host cells. Invasins are enzymes that break down tissues, facilitating spread. Toxins are categorized into exotoxins, secreted proteins like the potent botulinum toxin, and endotoxins, which are LPS components of gram-negative bacteria, triggering inflammation upon release. Capsules also protect bacteria from immune cells, highlighting the sophisticated strategies bacteria employ. Epidemiology is the study of disease patterns, causes, and effects in populations. For bacterial diseases, it involves understanding reservoirs, where pathogens live, like humans, animals, or soil. Modes of transmission describe how they spread: direct contact, airborne droplets, contaminated food or water, or through vectors. Identifying these links is crucial for public health. For instance, tracing the source of a foodborne outbreak requires understanding the specific transmission pathways and the incubation period, enabling targeted interventions to prevent further spread and control epidemics. Controlling bacterial threats requires a multifaceted approach. Vaccination induces immunity, protecting individuals and communities, as seen with tetanus and diphtheria toxoids. Antimicrobial therapy, using antibiotics, treats infections, but faces challenges like drug resistance and side effects. Thus, new drug development and alternative therapies like phage therapy are vital. Public health measures, including clean water, sanitation, disease surveillance, and rapid diagnostics, form the backbone of prevention. Additionally, biosecurity in healthcare and agriculture prevents pathogen spread, emphasizing a holistic strategy to combat bacterial diseases effectively. The economic and societal burden of harmful bacteria is immense. Healthcare costs soar due to diagnosis, treatment, and long-term care, coupled with lost productivity from illness or death. Agriculture suffers billions in losses from crop damage, livestock mortality, reduced yields, and trade restrictions, impacting food security. Outbreaks can cripple tourism and trade. In developing nations, endemic bacterial diseases overwhelm healthcare systems, diminish workforce productivity, and perpetuate poverty, significantly hindering economic development and societal progress globally. Let's tackle the first 5 hardest level questions. First, differentiate between exotoxins and endotoxins, providing an example for each. Second, explain the role of adhesins and invasins as bacterial virulence factors. Third, describe 3 distinct modes of bacterial disease transmission and provide an example for each. Fourth, how do bacterial capsules contribute to pathogenicity? And fifth, discuss the challenges associated with antimicrobial therapy in the context of bacterial infections. Here are the remaining 5 challenging questions. Sixth, what is the significance of identifying disease reservoirs in epidemiological studies? Seventh, analyze the direct and indirect economic impacts of a widespread bacterial disease outbreak. Eighth, propose a multifaceted public health strategy to control a foodborne bacterial disease in a community. Ninth, compare and contrast bacterial infection control in a hospital setting versus an agricultural farm. And 10th, explain how global travel can influence the epidemiology of bacterial diseases. That brings us to the end of our in-depth exploration of the harmful roles of bacteria. We've covered everything from basic concepts to advanced molecular mechanisms and global impacts. I hope this journey has deepened your understanding and sparked your curiosity. For more engaging and comprehensive educational content, visit synapse.omaps.in. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for regular updates. Thank you for learning with us.